Have you ever felt like the whole world was against you? Have you ever felt misunderstood, like you were being treated unfairly all the time? Every single person you come across seems to be a donkey to you. Sometimes you just think that the world sucks. Have you ever felt that way? If that's you, then this video is for you. One of my old mentors used to say, your outside world is a reflection of your inside world. How you see your world is nothing but a reflection of how you see yourself. How you go into almost every single day feeling unhappy about the world, feeling like everyone's treating you unfairly, feeling like, why is everybody such a donkey? Why is everybody doing something to you? Why does it feel like the whole world is against you? And that is the feeling that I'm talking about, that if you feel like that, chances are what you're actually unhappy with is really yourself. And I know this might sound ridiculous to some of you, and to some of you, you might actually be resistant to this idea. But you know, we can't really change anything if we're not willing to change ourselves. For those of you who actually understand this, who are actually open to this, you'll know exactly how to improve anything, no matter what life throws your way, no matter what lemons. Because of this, you'll succeed in living your life to the fullest, and you'll be one of the most happy and fulfilled beings out there on the planet. In order to improve any circumstances happening outside, all you have to do is to make a shift. We're not talking about a massive shift, but just one small tweak can make a huge difference. In today's practice, we're going to make that small tweak that's going to lead to a huge change. And the first thing will be to practice gratitude for yourself. And for some of you out there, this can actually be quite a difficult thing to do, especially if you have not really dabbled in the areas of self-love before. And I know, because I've been there. There was a time when I found it very difficult to love and appreciate myself. But the moment you start to do that, the moment you even start to entertain the idea of that, is when things will start to shift. It's already making the first step, and the first step is always the toughest one, but it's always the most important one. You know, whenever we're unhappy about the outside situation, whenever we're feeling negatively about something that's happening in our lives, let me ask you, where do negative thoughts begin? They begin with ourselves. I don't know how many of you are drivers on the road. You know, you drive on the way. How many of you have heard of the term road rage before? What if road rage didn't have to be a term? What if road rage is just really some of us not loving ourselves and waking up, looking at ourselves in the mirror and constantly feeling negatively about ourselves, looking at ourselves and being like, oh, you're disgusting, oh, you're so ugly, you're so fat. And you know, you don't even need to say these things out. The fact that you think about it and it goes into your subconscious, and this is something that you do every single day. I don't know if you're somebody like that, but when you do this, when you start to do this, and then you go onto the road and then you drive and then somebody cut you off and you're like, why is this always happening to me? Nobody knows how to drive. All the drivers suck. You know, the reason why you feel that you're bumping into so many negative situations in life, and then you end up thinking that the world is the problem, and then everybody owes you something, and then everybody's being unfair to you, everybody's being a donkey to you. That's when you're actually subconsciously attracting all these negativity into your life, and all of these start from your own thoughts. You'll always end up feeling like you're the victim of things. You'll always end up feeling like everyone's not treating you well. You'll always end up feeling like nobody understands you, until you understand that the outside world is a reflection of what's on the inside. You'll continue to spend the rest of your life running around trying to beat the outside world to shape you, to shape your beliefs, to shape your thinking, to shape your way of life, chasing one one problem after another, trying to fix everybody else, complaining about other situations, about other people, what they did to you. And all of this is just gonna stop you from living your best life. And if you could just realize all of these start from yourself. Imagine if with this one simple shift you were able to change everything around in your world. Imagine if you could only attract circumstances that were able to make you feel good about yourself. Imagine if you stepped into a different world where everybody is literally helping you to grow, doing something that benefits you, and you were able to take all of this positively. And imagine if you were able to do that, all your problems that you've always been experiencing would start disappearing one by one, and instead you will start seeing great things happening in your life. When you're grateful to be you, you will only attract circumstances that will allow you to feel better about yourself. You have to be rich with great feelings about yourself in order to bring greatness into your life. And gratitude for yourself helps you to do that. Gratitude for yourself helps to enrich you. What you have to do right now is simply just to go to your mirror, look at the person directly in the mirror. And I know this might be tough for some of you, or some of you might be like, why would I want to do that? It sounds silly. But my dear, if you have been experiencing any of these things that I've been talking about in this video, you won't start to see the positive things that could actually come into your life. If you're at home now, go to the mirror right now, look directly into the mirror at the person inside it, and say out loud the magic words. Say, thank you. I did this practice too. I also felt it was silly, but when I did it, after I did it, I tell you, it is an instant mood fixer to whatever you may be feeling right now. If nobody looking anyway and there's no loss to doing this practice, there's only things to gain. Say how grateful and feel grateful for that person in the mirror, the one who's been carrying you through your entire life, the one that's with you 24/7. And when you do this practice, if you feel like crying, just let it out. Be kind to yourself. Acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge what you were given. Acknowledge that you came into the world being you and that you are beautiful. And the next time when you wake up in the morning, when you're getting ready for the day, brushing your teeth in front of the mirror, make a point to look at yourself and feel grateful. Don't blame yourself for making a mistake. Don't criticize yourself, because nobody is perfect. When you're grateful for being you, you will become a magnet to attracting happy people, to attracting happy circumstances and magical circumstances. And all of the things that you've gone through, all the beliefs that you had about the world, you will find that all of them will disappear, and you will start to see the beauty of life surround you in whatever you do, wherever you go. So that's it for today's practice. Today is the second last day of the magic practice. Love yourselves, because if you don't, you came onto this earth for a reason, and forgive yourself. Forgive yourselves, and just know that at any point, at any moment, you're just one step away from changing your life. And it all begins with the mind. It all begins from within. So yes, thank you for watching, and we got one last practice tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys.